Lana left. Seriously. We're going to have to check on her a little bit later. Thanks so much for tuning in. LA on Air with Bray J. I am so glad you are joining us right now. Spread the word, please. Hashtag LA on Air. Let all your friends know about the show. Again, we are statewide. You can download the Android app, iPhone app, iTunes, listen to us, LouisianaIndieRadio.com. All of it's there. You can submit your music if you're a musician with original music or band. And the show will re-air right here on LouisianaIndieRadio.com. Oh boy. For Bray J and Lana, wherever she may be now, let's make it a great one, Louisiana. We leave you now with an exclusive interview we got with Mark Broussard and Roddy Romero. They performed Wednesday night at Central School here in Lake Charles, part of the Louisiana Crossroads series right here in Southwest Louisiana. Thanks to the city of Lake Charles, along with everyone else who made that possible. Here it is now, our interview with Mark Broussard and Roddy Romero, right here on Louisiana Indie Radio.
You're listening to the hottest internet station. Live from the Lake City.
Testing, 1, 2.
Thank you. We're here right now with Mr. Mark Broussard, and we're about to get ready for Louisiana Crossroads right here in Southwest Louisiana. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, brother. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you so much for being here. I know that our area is very happy to have you and Roddy Romero tonight. And if you can, just give us a little background.
Sure. Well, first of all, I'm from Caron Crow, Louisiana, born and raised, still live there. And I play music for a living. I have done that for about the last decade or just over. And I'm signed to Vanguard Records. I'm coming out with a new record here in March of next year. We just released a live album and a live DVD. And half of the proceeds of that album are going to a scholarship fund. So things are happening. It's going well. It's been a fun year for me, and I'm really excited about the new record that we're going to put out next year.
Well, congrats. I've heard nothing but good things about you.
All right.
We were just talking to a friend, actually, and he said he remembers listening to you, I believe, back in 2005, your record Home.
Oh, yeah.
Listened to that song, and he really loved that.
And that was, that was the kind of the start of this whole ordeal that I call life in the music business. I released a record called Caron Crow in 2004, and we proceeded to hit the road as hard as we could, and toured for several years on that record. And then I signed to Vanguard for a one-off deal. We released a record called SOS that brought us overseas for the first time. And then I signed a record deal with Atlantic Records, and we put out 2 records on Atlantic, and now I'm back at Vanguard.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
And congratulations. That's a big deal to release the DVD and CD coming up.
It's very cool. This opportunity arose. There's a school down in Orlando called Full Sail University. It's a production school, mainly audio production and film production. And it's an amazing school. And they hired us to be their entertainment for a Hall of Fame ceremony that they have. Their graduates go on to work on major films or work, there was my monitor guy for that show was Madonna's monitor guy. He was a graduate of Full Sail.
Cool.
He was being inducted into the Hall of Fame there. So anyways, they hired us for the entertainment of the show, and they offered to film it. I said, sure, let's do it. I had no idea that they were going to bend over backwards and really make this thing shine the way they did. So it was an opportunity that kind of came out of nowhere for me, and we tried to capitalize as best we could. Luckily, like I said, half of the proceeds are going to a scholarship fund, so we're helping kids go to school, and especially a school like Full Sail, you're not going to get fair weather students. You're not going to get students that are coming in just to F off over there.
Uh-huh.
They're really going to school to get a career in the entertainment business, and they take it very seriously. So I'm really excited about the new partnership with Full Sail.
And if you could give us a little background on the genre, how did you find your niche in the Louisiana music scene?
Well, I gotta say, man, I've just kind of followed my gut in a lot of ways when it comes to songwriting, and really just tried to be honest as an artist and as a man, tried not to make any music that I didn't like myself. I don't love everything that I've ever recorded, but for the most part, I enjoy playing these songs on a nightly basis, and so it's just been about trying to stay as true to myself as possible. That I've been afforded the opportunity to do the coolest thing in the world. That's play music for a living.
Most definitely. And how'd you hook up with Louisiana Crossroads?
Oh, I don't know exactly how it came about. I think Ronnie called me up a few months back and said that Crossroads was interested in a show of he and I, and I said, yeah, let's make it happen. Within a few hours, I think it was a done deal, so it happened pretty quickly.
Pretty cool. And I believe, I could be wrong, did you do a show last year at La Berge?
We did do a show last year at the Berge. I don't even know what they call that.
That's a Liquid Society party by the pool.
Yeah. So that's actually the first time in recent memory that I've ever played in Lake Charles. I don't think, maybe when I was a kid, sitting in with my dad's bands or whatever, that we came through Lake Charles. But this is a city that I've definitely neglected over the years, and so hopefully we can change that. Hopefully we get enough folks out here to make sure that we get the call back sooner than later.
Definitely. So you grew up with music. Your dad, you said, was a musician.
Oh yeah, man. My father's been a guitar player, since well before I was born. And when I was coming up, he was playing in bands in the area. The Boogie Kings. He played with the Boogie Kings for a number of years. He had his own band before that, so music was always around when I was growing up.
Cool. Anything else you'd like to add to our listeners?
Oh, I don't know. Y'all check out my newest live record, live from Full Sail University, and be on the lookout for the new studio record to come next March.
All right. Thank you so much. Pleasure to meet you.
Absolutely.
And hope to have you back here in the Lake City.
Let's do it, man.
Here now with Roddy Romero. He's also playing here at Louisiana Crossroads. And an honor, again, to have you here in the Lake City. Tell us...
The honor is mine, absolutely.
Please tell us a little background. Mark was telling me you called him and said, hey, they wanted to do the show with the two of us. How did that go?
Well, Gerd Wusterman is a good friend of mine for a long time. And, we talk a lot throughout the year just about music and about shows and what we would like to put together as artists, or what we would like to see as artists ourselves, because we're all music lovers. And he called me up one day about this project. Mark and I have been kind of playing some shows together here past couple of years. Occasionally I'll do small tours with him, playing some guitar, and it's a lot of fun because we're from the same place, South Louisiana, Lafayette, Karen Crow area, and we dig the same records, so we listen to the same things. And so I was approached by Gerd, can you put a show together? I said, yeah, man, I got the idea. It's going to be me and Mark, and that's it. We'll have a couple of special guests here and there, and it's going to be great. So as of now, it's pretty great so far.
And how often have you played here in Southwest Louisiana?
Well, I have been playing, I'm 37. I've been playing music for 28 years. So you can figure the math later. I've been playing up and down I-10 from Lake Charles to New Orleans. All of that time, I spent a lot of time here in Lake Charles when the casinos started coming. But even before that, we would play Burton Coliseum and down in Holly Beach and Hackberry and all the little juke joints up and down 27 and here in Lake Charles as well. So it's a special place for me to come back after all those years. And back to the casino, we played that first casino that came, that riverboat that was parked right there. And we just, this was, I would think, about 15 or 20 years ago by now. So anyway, lots of fun. Lots of fun in South Louisiana.
And Mark kind of hinted you have a new record coming out soon.
I do. We've been, my band, the Hub City All-Stars, as that band that we created, we've been together for at least 15 years or so. And we're working on our second record, the follow-up to the La Louisiane Sessions, which we were very much honored with a Grammy nomination for that record.
Congrats.
Thank you. And so this is a follow-up to that record. We spent 6 days at this beautiful place called Dockside Studio in Milton, Louisiana. right outside Lafayette, right on the Vermilion River. And the atmosphere, the mystique of the place, Bobby Charles's ghost is in there. So when we did his song, I think he blessed us with some good karma and some good magic. So we spent 6 days making this beautiful record, and we started in December of last year. And we're just kind of touching up here and there and just finishing some songs, and hopefully going to have a release in February.
Cool.
So we're excited about it.
All right. And I know you're about to get on stage. Is there anything else that you'd like to let our listeners know?
Well, I just want to give a big thanks to Lake Charles and Southwest Louisiana here. Like I said, I've been playing here in this area for 28 years or so, and it's always nice to come back because even though we're so much closer to Texas, and sometimes people talk a little funnier than we do over here in South Louisiana and Lafayette, we're still all the same good people. Yeah.
Well, very honored to have both of you here. A lot of people have already bought their tickets, and they're excited to see y'all play tonight. So
great.
We're looking forward to y'all's return here, and of course, we'd love to have y'all back on when y'all release y'all's records.
Well, I'll be here. Actually, I'll be in Lafayette for another Crossroads series later in the year, and so it won't be our last time, that's for sure.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks again to Mark Broussard and Roddy Romero. Looking forward to seeing them once again here in Southwest Louisiana. If you get a chance, check them out. Also, a quick reminder, we want to let you know that this Friday, right here in the Lake City, we want you to check out Wendy Colonna and her release party down at Luna Live. All right, it's all about Nectar. That's her album that's available. Doors open at 8 o'clock. And also, don't forget about the Calcasieu Women's Shelter fundraiser, Femme Fatale Showcase, over at Dorma. The Wooden Wings, Self-Aware Wolf, and Lake Charles locals, No Good, Dirty Liars. The show starts at 8 with an admission of $10. Support local music, ladies and gentlemen. It's what we love to do right here on LouisianaIndieRadio.com.
You're listening to the hottest internet station. Live from the Lake City.